All right, man. So Ram brand CEO Tim Kuniskis just stated in an interview with Newsweek magazine that he is not interested in being considered for the role of CEO of Stellantis. Now, Stellantis is Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chrysler. It's all of them under one. He would be the CEO of all of them. He said that some people love business, some people love politics, but I love products. And he's going to stick to Ram trucks. So we're not going to see the father of the SRT taking over Dodge anytime soon, which basically means that what you see right now with the Charger is what you get. It's not changing anytime soon, man. Sad but true. But either way, we got to talk about it. Let's go. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So you can tell them at a house that makes it a house vlog. You know how it's going down when I come around. Let's get into it. Car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, police chases, all that good stuff. And everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So I'm not going to waste your time here. So yeah, as you can see it, Mopar Insiders giving you the scoop on all things Mopar. Tim Kuniskis says no to Stellantis CEO role. Ram's top executive is all about trucks, not titles, man. He made it clear in an interview with the Newsweek magazine that some people love business, some people love politics, but I love products, right? At one point, he was the CEO of Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, Fiat, Alfa Romeo, Maserati. He was the guy. He was the father of the SRT, the Hellcat, the Scatpack, the 392. It was this man right here. The Ram T-Rex, Hellcat Durango, Trackhawk, it all came from this man. But at the end of the day, at this point, he's only focused on trucks, 2500s, 3500s, 1500s, the Warlock, the Rebel, the RHO, the Tungsten Edition. That's what he's focused on. And I can understand why, because at the end of the day, you look at what Dodge is doing with the Charger. All Dodge has right now is the Charger and the Hornet and the Durango. The Durango is pretty much already made and baked itself. I mean, it's still going to come out with the Hemi through 2025. It's still going to come out with the Hellcat model through 2025. But that pretty much is what it is. Nothing new is coming to the Durango anytime soon. The Dodge Hornet is probably one of the worst selling SUVs in America at this point. Like, it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? So bad the dealerships are doing buy one, get one free deals where you buy a Challenger and get a free Hornet, right? That's how bad that is. So there's nothing to salvage there. And the Charger, at the end of the day, the Charger is supposed to be the performance line, but you know that I know no electric car in 2025 is going to succeed with a Dodge logo on the side of it, straight up and down. You'll see a couple dudes. I've already seen some YouTubers with them. I've already seen some ball players with them, but they're not going to have the same effect that the Charger and Challenger that we've always known and loved has had. You know what I mean? And Chrysler at this point is going out probably the saddest. If you go to the Chrysler website right now, Chrysler only has the Pacifica. Chrysler at this point is nothing more than a minivan company, right? Chrysler used to be something to mess with the 300, the SRT 300, the Scatpack 300. Now it's a minivan company, right? So if you're at a Chrysler dealership, the only thing that you're moving is 7-seater, 3-row minivans. You know what I'm saying? So Chrysler's dead in the water. Jeep is a little different. Jeep has some options, but Jeep's been having so many issues as of late with the Wagoneer, with the Grand Wagoneer, with the Jeep Grand Cherokee. The Jeep Wranglers are so expensive at this point, it's ridiculous. I don't even think they're making a 392 variant anymore. So the only viable, realistic option for Tim right now is probably just to focus on Ram, because Ram has the RHO, and the RHO is supposed to be essentially the TRX, not necessarily replacement, but successor, right? I mean, Ford did it first. They had the Ford Raptor, right, with the V6 engine, twin turbo V6. And then they came out with the Raptor R, and T-Rex, or Dodge started it with the T-Rex, or Ram started it with the T-Rex, and now they're going kind of backwards. So they're going from the top of the line with the T-Rex 6.2 liter Hellcat engine to the RHO, the RHO, which I'm assuming stands for Rhino. Some people have been saying remove Hellcat option. I don't think that's what that stands for. But I mean, between the Ram 2500, the 1500, the 3500, the dualies, you know, the RHO, the Rebel, the Tungsten, the Warlock, I think Tim has more to play with that particular brand. Like, he can do a lot more with Ram trucks right now than he can any of the other brands. Like, a lot of the other brands are just kind of unsalvageable. Like the Charger right now, it is what it is. Like, what you see is what's going to be on Dodge lots for the next 3 to 4 years. And then after that, they'll probably reconsider some things. But you know, like I know, that normally they got to go through like a cycle of 2 to 3 years because these cars have already been built. They're already on the manufacturing lot to be distributed and shipped out. Some dealerships already have them. I know some dealerships that's not even ordering, that's not even stocking them unless you order it. You got to go to the dealership and order one in order for them to actually have one delivered because they don't want them sitting on their lot. You know what I mean? They still got 2023s that are sitting on their lot. So why would they want a 2025 basically electric brick that nobody asked for, nobody wants sitting on their lot taking up space? So a lot of dealerships are not even entertaining the idea of bringing in 2025 Chargers. But you know, like I know, that those cars got to run their cycle, right? They're still being built. They're on the assembly line as we speak. They're set to be shipped out. Dealerships already have them. It's a whole lot of little pieces in place that just have to kind of run their course before we can switch and do something completely new. And Tim knows that. So for him to take over Dodge right now looks bad on his part because it's like, why is Tim putting out these trash cars? And the fact of the matter is, it's not Tim, it's the previous administration before him. And speaking of administration, you know, your boy Donald J. Trump, Donald Jacques Trump, he's in office at this point, and he has almost immediately rolled back the electric mandate for all cars to be electric by 2030, I believe, or all cars in California to be electric by 2030. He rolled that shit back with the quickness. So at this point, it's wide open. I mean, it's wide open. V8s, V10s, V12s, V16s, V whatever you want. You know what I mean? It's wide open for the car market at this point. Are electric cars the future? Probably so. Like, that's just the reality of it. Will we all be driving electric cars at some point in our future? Yes, but that future is not now. It's not 2025. So between administrations changing hands, legislation being passed and repealed and all that good stuff, the Hemi will come back. It's just going to take time. If Tim Kuniskis has anything to say about it, we will be seeing a Hemi in the future at some point somehow. I just think right now it's no point in him taking on Dodge or Chrysler or Jeep because those brands are pretty much underwater. And there really isn't anything that he can do in the immediate future to bring those brands, you know, into the black, as they say, anytime soon. Because, you know, Dodge just dropped the 2025 Chargers. Those have to run their course. Chrysler at this point is nothing more than a minivan company. I don't know if Chrysler's going to be here in the next 2 to 3 years, to be real with you. If you're a Chrysler fanboy out there, you know, whatever you driving might be the last Chrysler ever. You know what I'm saying? We've talked about Jeep. Jeep has a lot of options, but Jeep is having a lot of trouble, man. A lot of people have been dropping their shits off at the dealerships saying something's wrong. I've been seeing it all over TikTok. You know, all sorts of electrical malfunctions, this, that, and the other. Now I think they're coming out with the fully electric Jeep Wagoneer, and they're still trying to charge 6 figures for that. Good luck. Good luck. For 6 figures, I want the side of my car to say something in German. You know what I mean? Or Austrian, you know? I don't want Jeep on the side of my $100,000 SUV. I want a G-Wagon, right? Not a Jeep, a G-Wagon. That's just me. But those other brands are suffering right now, and it wouldn't make sense for him to try to revive those right now because they just got to run their course. They just got to suffer for the next 3-4 years or whatever, and then at that point, maybe he can bring them back to respectability. But right now, Ram makes the most sense because they have the most options. They have the most kind of wiggle room to play with. And I think Ram trucks are probably suffering the least amount as far as cars being sold. They're not selling a lot, don't get me wrong, but I think they're suffering the least amount, right? 2,500, I don't know why I keep going backwards. 1,500, 2,500, 3,500. You got the Road, the RHO, the Rebel, the Warlock, the Tungsten model, which is that $90,000 Ram that's fully loaded from head to toe, big 14-inch screen. And then it's got another 10-inch screen on the side for the passenger to watch movies on. Huge sunroof, all that stuff. So he's got a lot more wiggle room with Ram, which makes sense to play with. You know what I mean? They've already said that the T-Rex is coming back somehow, some way. It's just going to take time. So if the T-Rex is coming back, I've heard rumors about the Viper making a resurgence. There's all kinds of stuff that's on the rumor mill as far as Mopar is concerned, Stellantis is concerned. You know, I think the biggest thing was getting Carlos Tavares out because based on what I read about him, he is the king of price cutting, right? He wants to just do everything at scale, but the cheapest way to do it, you know, and that doesn't work. And his biggest thing was getting rid of these big, uneconomical engines and replacing them with the bullshit that we're seeing now, the Hurricane inline six engines. And as you can see, that's not working. His thought was we can cheapen everything, we can make everything smaller and more efficient, and we can drive up the price as well. So we give you cheap parts, small engines, but we're going to charge you premium prices. There's no way in hell you should be paying six figures for a Jeep of any sort, whether it's a Wagoneer, Grand Cherokee, 392. No way. Like I said, if I'm spending six figures for an SUV, it's going to be made in Germany, Austria, Italy. You know what I'm saying? Not made by a neighbor near you. No, hell no. Not for no six figures. So I completely understand why the market looks the way that it looks for Mopar in general, because you can't charge higher prices and give us less. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, a lot of people have been having issues with Jeeps and things of that sort. I don't know how much longer the Dodge Hornet is going to survive. Like, you go to any dealership right now, they are running crazy deals on Hornets. You can damn near get a brand new 2024 Hornet, whether it's a GT or RT, for under $30,000. Like, that's just how bad they want these SUVs going. These things are straight garbage. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Tim Kuniskis is going to stay the Ram CEO for now. He may entertain it later on. We may see a Hemi later on. I'm sure we will, actually. We may see a Viper. I'm sure we're going to see a Challenger, Cuda, something later on. It's just, guys, we're in that gray period right now with Mopar. Things are just going to suck for the next 2 to 3 years. And it doesn't matter what Dodge does with the new Charger, it's going to suck. I mean, the electric joints, the RT and the Scatpack is out now. I don't know anybody that orders one. That's a lie. I've seen a YouTuber that just took delivery of one, and this other guy on TikTok that just took delivery of one. Then you got the six-pack variants, which is going to be the inline six engine, Hurricane engines. And then, of course, you got the big Daytona SRT Banshee that's supposed to be 1,000 gigawatts of power, which, was probably going to be 1,000 horsepower plus or a little under. I don't see Dodge, recovering anytime soon. It just is what it is for Dodge right now. But, it is what it is. I mean, we just got to suffer through it. We just got to go through that gray period, unfortunately. But the purpose of this video was to let you know that Tim Kuniskis has no interest whatsoever in taking over Stellantis anytime soon. He's going to stick to Ram, build that brand back up, build it back to respectability, and then he may expand and diversify from there. We don't know. But it is what it is, guys. The proof is in the pudding. Mopar is just kind of in the dirt right now. Everyone else is enjoying it. Ford just dropped their GT350. They got two variants of that engine, to my understanding. They've got one that's just the basic V8 version. And then they got another one where you can literally drop a supercharger on top of it, right? 850 horsepower out of a 350. And then you got the 500. Then you got the Super Snake. Then the 5.0 with the Dark Horse. And then just the regular 5.0. Ford is winning right now. And then Chevy, of course, just dropped the ZR1, 1,000 horsepower, six-figure, I don't even know, supercar, right? It's not a hypercar. It's a supercar, basically, is what it is. So everyone else is enjoying it right now, but Mopar, we're in that gray period, unfortunately, y'all. It is what it is, though. As always, guys, like, subscribe, comment. It's been your boy Knockout 360. Talk to me, man. Peace.